Assalamualaikum, my dear students of class 4, morning shift and day shift. Dear learners, how are you? Hope all of you are well by the blessing of Almighty Allah. Welcome to our online platform NIEVS Home School. This is Muhammad Abul Kalam, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School. Dear learners, today I am going to conduct an English literature class for the students of class 4, and this is your first class with me. That means this is my first class with the students of class 4, boys and girls, and having English literature subject. So let's see our today's topic. So look here, our today's topic is Unit 5, reading and question answer. I am telling our today's topic is Unit 5, it is a class 8 and reading discussion, then question answer. Dear learners, look, this is our lecture number 10. Lecture number 10 and homework number 8 on our half yearly 2021 syllabus. In these connections, I request all of my students of morning shift and day shift to open your buzzword book, page number 51. Page number 51, Unit 5, it is a class 8. So look, I think you have opened your English buzzword book, page number 51, Unit 5, a class 8. And then we will go to page number 52 to start our class. So let's start our class with the reading at first. So I have already seen you and told you about Unit 5, a class 8. So let's start with the reading. Varun stared out of the classroom window at a bird on the window sill. In these connections, so picture is not seen properly. So I want to show you, so look here, I want to show a color picture. So look here, here you can see that Varun, okay, stared at the bird. I think you have seen it, he stared at the bird. Okay, at page number 52, it is seen properly. Page number 52. Okay. He stared out of the classroom window at a bird on the window sill. He saw the bird pick up a worm with its beak. Okay, wait, with its beak. I am trying to adjust my microphone. I think now it is okay. I am telling you again. Varun stared out of the classroom window at a bird on the window sill. He saw the bird picked up a worm with its beak. Okay. Next, wow, he whispered as he continued watching it. Next, his teacher, Mr. Kumar, noticed this and shouted at the boy. His teacher, Mr. Kumar, noticed this and shouted at the boy. Varun jumped in surprise. Very normal thing. And the science book fell from his desk. Everyone in the class giggled, means laughed loudly. And Varun blushed. Here blushed means become red in shyness or felt embarrassed. This was the third time today he had been caught not paying attention in science class. It was not that Varun disliked science. He loved to learn about machines, the earth, and the different plants and animals that lived on it. But he did not want to only read about these things. He wanted to go out and see things for himself. That means here, actually here we have understood that Varun is a curious student. He wants to know by seeing. He wants to know practically. Next, Varun thought Mr. Kumar would surely understand. There was a bird with a worm in its beak. Varun began. Then he stopped when he saw the look on his science teacher's face. Next, dear students, we will go to page number 53 now. Okay. After finishing our page 52, now it is 53. Varun, please come to my desk, said Mr. Kumar in a way that told Varun he was in trouble. The rest of you, please begin your work. Varun knew Mr. Kumar was upset. When he got to his teacher's desk, he blurted out. So look here, blurted means here blurted means said something suddenly without thinking before. This is blurted out. I know I am always in trouble, but I really was thinking about science. Isn't our next unit about the ocean? Mr. Kumar nodded slowly. Here Varun is asking his science teacher, Mr. Kumar, isn't our next unit or isn't his next unit will be on the ocean? Mr. Kumar nodded slowly. Well, I still remember how wonderful it was when we went to the aquarium last year. Varun said, what if we bring a hermit crab for a classmate? So look here, Varun is thinking that if they bring a hermit crab for a classmate, then we could see something that lives near the ocean. Varun waited for Mr. Kumar's answer. After a pause, Mr. Kumar said, that is an interesting thought. Varun, quite unusual. I have an idea. As extra homework tonight, you should write a letter to the principal explaining why a hermit crab would be a good classmate. If I think the letter is good enough, you can give it to Mrs. Mehta. If she agrees to a classmate, I will do. Next, that night, Varun spent more than an hour writing, revising and rereading his letter. A letter to the school principal had to be perfect. You know this. The next morning, as Mr. Kumar checked the letter, Varun stood by quietly. When he had finished reading, Mr. Kumar smiled and said, okay, Varun, you can take your letter to Mrs. Mehta. Next, Varun could not wait to hand the letter to the principal. He peeped into the room, but Mrs. Mehta was not there. Varun left the letter at her office and hoped for the best. Now we will read the letter. So to have the letter, we will go to next page, page number 54. This is our last page. When Mrs. Mehta came in, this is what she found on her desk. So look here. Varun Mantri, name is class 5B, Bal Vidyaniketan, Bhopal, 20 July 2014. It was before, but it was included in our buzzword book. To the principal, Bal Vidyaniketan, Bhopal, dear madam, I am in class 5B, maybe section B. Mr. Kumar's class, we study science every day, but I think we would learn even more about science if we could see some real animals and plants. Our next unit in science is about the ocean. I have a cousin who has a hermit crab for a pet. While helping him, I learned that they are very interesting and are not difficult to look after. And they are quiet pets. That means we can tame them easily. The class could learn a lot by watching a hermit crab eat. I think the other children would love to take turns feeding a classmate. Mr. Kumar would never have to feed it or clean its tank. That would be our job. This pet would really help us learn about science too. Can you please have a hermit crab as a class pet? We would be very glad if you give us permission. Next, thank you, yours sincerely, Varun Mantri. P.S. This is a picture of Bobby, my cousin's hermit crab. Here, it is not seen properly, but if you open your book, page number 54, you can see it, page number 54. So, page number 54, okay, at the right side of the ending portion, okay, there is a hermit crab, it is Bobby, Varun's cousin. Now, dear learners, our last segment, question answer. So, look, only 5 question answers are given, but in your book, if you open your buzzword book, okay, you will see many questions, but I have given you only the selected 4, only 4. So, look, first one, who laughed at Varun when he dropped his book? Answer, everyone in the class laughed at Varun when he dropped his book. 2, very easy answer. What was Varun looking at during the science lesson? Answer, Varun was looking at a bird with a worm in its beak during the science lesson. Third number, where did Varun's class go the previous year or the last year? Answer, Varun's class went to the aquarium the previous year. Last question. And where would they put the hermit crab? Answer, they would put the hermit crab in a tank and keep it in the class as a pet. This is the okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the question answer. Dear learners, look, this is your last segment and homework. Lecture number 10, homework number 8, and after reading these 3 pages, page number 52, 53 and 55, you will prepare only 5 fill in the blanks. Only 5, not more than 5. Please pick up, okay, please prepare the fill in the blanks picking up the sentences. Nobody will write only the answer. You will make 5 fill in the blanks. This is your homework number 8. Dear students of class 4, boys and girls, hope this class will help you very much to understand our lecture number 10 from Buzzword book, class 8. Please keep practicing, keep reading this text again and again. Try to memorize the question answer and prepare 5 fill in the blanks as your homework. See you again in our next class. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.